G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an anti-power armor rifle, or an APAR, if you will. This is a weapon that is based on a real-life firearm called the PTRD-41, which was a Russian-made anti-tank rifle that was primarily used during the Second World War. Although there's been accounts of this thing being used even today on the front lines of the Russia-Ukrainian war that is raging on right now, which leads you to believe that this thing is basically the embodiment of the KISS theory. Keep it simple, stupid. So what it is, it's a single-shot bolt-action thing where you'll actually load in the cartridge with the bolt at the same time. It's kind of interesting how to see it work. It uses the same animations as Tactical's AMAC 1500s. So if you cast your minds back to that video, this weapon is going to be functioning very similar to that thing, although we're probably going to have a little bit more punch out of this thing, seeing it is chambered in the 20mm rounds provided by the munitions mod. So this is a weapon that is pretty simple to understand. First, Ivan, you must load the bullet into tube, then you point tube at tank, and then you shoot them, blat. So basically, if you shoot this thing, you hit the tanks in the right spot, the bullet penetrates through, it kills the crew inside, allowing you to neutralize the tank without having to blow the whole thing up, which means you might use it for yourself, or take it in for studying, or bring it home as a trophy. The same sort of concept has been used here for an anti-power armor type role for a rifle. So a big enough bullet will penetrate through the power armor, killing the user inside, thus neutralizing the enemy combatant. Pretty simple concept there. And I think the Chinese did this, but they didn't do this with gigantic rifles. I think they used Gauss rifles. There was that poster that was getting around in Fallout 3, the Operation Anchorage DLC had that classic Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas designed Gauss rifle that was held by a Chinese soldier. So I'm thinking the idea behind that one was basically the same thing as what this thing is doing now. Obviously, this one's a little bit lower budget and a whole lot less subtle, but having a small, tiny projectile penetrate through, hitting the vital organs of your power armor soldier, drops them on the ground, job done, or go home and have tea. Never mind, starve to death because we're communists. But never mind that. This thing has custom sounds too. Custom sounds animations, I think I already mentioned that. Let's get into the receivers. We're going to scroll all the way down. There's a calibrated powerful receiver if you want to use this thing for criticals, but a lot of damage you're missing out on if you don't choose that over a advanced receiver, which almost gives us 1,000 damage. It's great. Awesome. This thing is going to be extremely heavy too, so if you've got a character who's a little bit wee on the strength side, then, well, you're in trouble. Next, we've got the barrels. We're going to have a long light barrel will allow us to have the maximum range and accuracy. 203 range for a 20mm round is interesting. It's probably not the fastest or strongest we've ever seen a big 50 cal bullet or something that size to go on, but, you know, perhaps it's more balanced that way. But yeah, long light barrel, heaps of range, a little bit better accuracy, makes it slightly better utilizing invats and holding that damage out for a longer range. Now, for the stocks, you always want to go for a marksman stock on this thing. Don't worry about recoil compensating, although it looks kind of cool with its different greebling. I'll just show you the, I'll just go for a short barrel here just so you can see what kind of stocks are going for. So recoil compensating stock has some cool springs there. The gunslinger's cool as it gives you a faster reload speed, but there's a lot of scopes over this thing that I've found, so utilizing the marksman stock seems to be the best thing. Recoil is wasted because you're not going to be firing fast enough to actually be worried about recoil too much, so that's fine. Or if you want to have no stock at all, that's an option. It will reduce the weight, but good luck trying to control this thing as it fires its rounds. And we can have a different type of bolt. This will increase our reload speed, or if we have a calibrated bolt, we'll have better crit damage. Interesting, right? Maybe we'll just go for a grease belt on this one just for better reload speeds, and we'll move on to the sights. Reflex sight, holographic, scopes, long, medium, short. There's also a version of a night vision. No recon scopes on this thing, unfortunately. Also, all of the scopes are canted off to the side, which I think is kind of cool. We'll go for a medium scope on this thing, although you could argue that a long scope would be prudent for this choice, but no, we'll go for a medium. We'll go a little bit less range, and if we throw a suppressor on the front, we get ace operator activated, and we're getting ourselves a whole lot more damage, although the range there is going to be significantly dropped, although I just remembered that I took off the long barrel, so, well, it's not as significantly dropped now, but you do get a little bit of a range penalty, which means you have to creep a little bit closer. There's options for a muzzle brake here to help control recoil and heavy muzzle brake, but again, recoil not much of a problem because you won't be firing this thing fast enough to get dissuaded by any wayward recoil. There's also options for accessories. You can have a carry handle, which makes it easier to carry, so it reduces the weight of your inventory by a tiny little bit, 2 pounds. A bipod, better accuracy while aiming, and you can have a mixture of both too. Let's throw those on. Excellent. And a grip, this changes what kind of pistol grip there is. You have no grip as it is now, a wood grip, comfort grip, or recoil grip. Better recoil and hipfire accuracy, or yep, that seems to be the best one of the bunch. So we'll throw that on, and that is our anti-power armor rifle. It's very long. It's so long that in fact, if I take it off the workbench and wear it on my back, the suppressor clips directly through the ground. Brilliant. You love to see it. This weapon is injected onto the level list. I'm here at Cleo's as an anti-power armor rifle staring me right in the face as soon as I go over to the weapons thing. It's going to be expensive though, so bring your bottle caps. And also if you want, you can buy a Beretta with it, but that's a different mod, so don't worry about it. Alrighty, welcome back to the Immersive Gunners Plaza. Here is our anti-power armor rifle in first person. There's the bash animation, which blows up cars in one hit. That's a good sign. Anyway, so this thing is long. Really long. Like, if I point it down towards the glowing sea, the suppressor will discover the crater of Adam. So, you know, we get some extra XP out of that, I suppose. But still, this thing is registered in 2 different zip codes. That's how long this thing is, and it's super long. Anyways, so here's the second one that I made. This one's got a recoil, or it's got some sort of stock on it. It's also got a suppressor. This is what it sounds like suppressed, by the way. Got a big crack there, big crack of the bullets hitting the sonic boom. So that might increase the volume of what this thing sounds like when it's firing. But if I fire it without a suppressor, it sounds like this. Sounds pretty good, don't you think? Anyway, so this one's got the faster reload stock, and you can just tell that the reload is a little bit faster using this one. It's also got a holographic sight. This one is tuned to use VATS, which I'm going to be utilizing a lot, so you look out. Next, we've got the little baby one. This one, ultra compact version. Something that you can hide in your backpack or something. You could try. You'd have a lot easier time hiding this in a backpack than this. But anyways, let's begin. Looks like the gunners have made friends with some local insectoid population. So we'll just let them handle that. There's giant mantis. You know what, let's start this fight by shooting mantis in the head. That's always a good thing to do. And we get a couple of VATS follow-up shots as well, so crits away, everyone. Now, the easiest way to run this is simply reload in VATS, use quick hands. Don't worry about utilizing gun through because, you know, you're getting enough damage generally anyway. But if you really want to have fun, then utilize quick hands perk just to immediately get crits on everything you need. Now, we could be utilizing a version here with a reflex sight, or the holographic, I should say. And this one is going to be a whole lot more effective against, well, a whole lot more effective for the purpose of a gun through. Because honestly, for a weapon like this, if you miss, you're sitting through a pretty lengthy reload animation. Observe. I don't know what I did there. Okay. We're in danger. That's fine. We'll just stick to the plan of shooting them in the face. That seems to be working pretty well. See, if I miss a shot, I'm waiting about a week plus postage and handling for it to actually come back. So you got to make them count, you understand. And utilizing this thing at close range, well, as it turns out, you can do pretty well with it. We've always got the option to go super slow-mo version of VATS to make it even easier. That, you survived. We'll just hit you from back here. There it goes. Excellent. Okay, let's get this thing reloaded ASAP. On the double. Alright, we've got one down here. We'll just take our time to line up the shot a little bit. And I think I did that in the air. That's interesting. Anyways, maybe we'll go for something a little bit more used for criticals. I think we'll be... Oh, we haven't got any criticals yet left. That's fine, because we can just do this. It's a bash kill in VAFs, and we'll just have to sit through the reload. Hang on, I'll be with you in a moment. No, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, bro. Don't shoot me. Nice. Should have one more. If we can get a cheap little proc of Grim Reaper's Sprint. Nope, didn't happen. But at least we've got a critical to utilize. So when we've got some AP back and a target worth shooting at, She survived. I don't think I hit her in the head. Anyways, we're getting plenty of bash kills. Way more than I thought it would. And I don't mind the fact that this thing has a little bit more bash damage than normal because, I mean, it's a heavy rifle, so you want it to, but in close quarters, you've got a little bit of a backup, provided you've I guess, invested in your basher perks. And this thing's got crazy scope sway, and it's fine because it's a gigantic rifle, but look at that. It's like my both arms are broken, man. I could have been sneaking there. I kind of blew that first hit. Did you fall down? So unfortunately, without Ace Operator, we can't one-shot these guys in the head. But that looks like a sniper proc, so I think that's good. So we'll just keep on using the little one now. Huge whiff. You know what? I'm going to bash this guy instead. There we go. And maybe start this reload and done. And with a shorter barrel, the amount of VATS hits we can get is a lot. So we might want to be utilizing that against a more tanky enemy. If I only had a suppressor on this thing, that might make it a little bit more worthwhile. There we go. But in terms of its AP usage, I feel like this is a pretty generous take for exactly how much it uses, but we are penalizing ourselves a whole lot on range power here. I think, on balance, this is the superior one to use, at least for a close quarters role. The compact one, in concept, would have been probably better realistically using in real life, but we're not playing real life. Playing Fallout, it's a fantasy game, like a Skyrim, where anything you ever want could happen. Anything. Do I waste the bash? I'm gonna get this thing reloaded first. Punch your head off. Bit of gun fill action. I believe that is Nerd Rage. So we'll double tap this guy. Don't know if that was totally necessary. Ooh, nice little collat there. That was totally intentional, by the way. And reload nice and slowly. Nice hit there. And a couple more to go. So, ooh. Getting a little bit crazy now. But I think we're mostly on top of it. If I don't die here, then that'll be good. But seeming pretty likely at the moment. Should go back to a more sniping role on this thing, I think. Because we haven't really done too much of that just yet. And, you know, running in close quarters, sure. If you're tanky enough, you can get away with it, but if you're not, if you're playing on a squishy survival character, then, or a character that isn't absurdly high leveled, then you might have a little bit of trouble. Anyways. Nice. On to Rust Devil. Oh, get out of here. Whatever. This is not the kind of distraction I wanted, to be honest. Grim Reaper Sprint proc. I might use these guys to just generate a couple of VATS criticals for when I might need them. Now, if I don't penetrate through that bloody tree, I'm going to be very disappointed. Penetrator, don't let me down. Good. I don't know if the Penetrator perk actually takes your caliber into it, but whoops. Used up my AP a little bit too much there. I gotta time the scope sway perfectly here. I could go ahead and try to hold my breath, but I'm gonna take up all of that valuable time. Not that I can even see the target anyway. There we go. Almost got a level up here, so we'll quickly just launch ourselves up here. And possibly cheaply VATS the next guy we come across. No need. Good hipfire accuracy. So, you know, despite this thing being probably more suited to a further range where you're not going to receive a lot of returning fire, its hipfire accuracy and bash damage lends itself pretty well to being utilized in close quarters if you can spare the health. So if you're utilizing this in power armor and you're not too worried about these guys, oh really? That's a warning shot. I'm warning you, get back. Nice. Gonna third person him like this. Walk like Michael Jackson on a little bit of a lean. Alright, well, we did it. And although I put the weapon... I was trying to utilize the weapon for not its intended purpose, it still made it through it. All of that extra damage allowed me to make all those mistakes, and I got through regardless. So, you know, it's good. It's really powerful. It was a proper endgame type weapon. And if you want to see exactly how far the suppressor sticks down here, check that out. It's going through the whatever block I'm standing on, so I don't know, that just amuses me. I don't hate it. Okay, let's utilize this more for its intended sniper role. So first of all, we'll take out the suicider, except not really. I don't know why we didn't one-shot him there. Were we not sneaking? Who knows? Well, that time we were. So we're gonna go as far back as we possibly can from the swan and, I don't know, like sit in a bush or something so he can be nice and hidden. And then shoot him. We're going to get a massive damage penalty for being this far back, of course, but we get the added benefit of sniper knockdowns if the game wants to roll me a sniper proc. There it is. The only problem therein might be he gets thrown into the earth, but I'm going to trust in the game to say that it won't do that. There we go. So this is a kind of actual role that you might want to be utilizing this thing in. And we've got a VATS critical. I think I whiffed the head there. Let's get the next one loaded in. Come on. There we go. 3,000 damage, not too bad. If we want, we could speed up the reload process even further just by utilizing VATS and not have to worry about aiming all that much since he's such a large target, but okay, looks like the jig's up. As it turns out, perhaps the suppressor isn't the quietest, does make this thing the quietest thing in the world. The aforementioned sonic boom of the 20mm round may have contributed to the factor of being detected there, but luckily for me, I've got a grappling hook, which I missed the tree, but now I can do it over here. What are you gonna do about that, mate? Get quick scoped. No, I'm pretty sure that wasn't quick enough for a proper quick scope. There's a, what they call a hard scope. I'm a hard scoping scrub. Totally missed that time. See, enemies, they seem to get randomly immune sometimes. I think at this stage, I should be utilizing this. That's way better. I've got all of this extra AP. If I want to, well, actually, I've got the same amount of AP, but it's going to be slightly more efficient. No, significantly more efficient utilizing a holographic sight. For some reason, it just doesn't hit as hard. I maybe just crept into range just then, but that's a lot of good damage, and maybe I should maybe run. Yeah, that's a good idea. Ow. Uh-oh. That's it. You've pissed me off. Ghoul. Actually, that reminds me. There's actually a little bit of cheap healing around here if you want to take it. And we've got all this. I'll just shoot him. Oh, he missed his name tag for a second. I'm pretty sure there's rads around here somewhere. Yes, right here. And no, get out. Goddamn fire delay. I had that lined up. I clicked and then... So there's a little bit of radiation, so I'm getting a little bit of a regen out of that, but it's not enough to do much. Also, there's this random ghoul standing in front of me. He's staring the swan down, thinking he's not gonna see me if I don't move. He says while spazzing out like that. Tell you what, his attention will be flicked towards me very soon. He's gonna throw a rock towards the ghoul. Nope, that's definitely towards me. But luckily for me, all of this cover is going to make his attacks absolutely useless. So we'll go one more and finish it in style. Get out of here, feral ghoul. That's it. This thing's got a taste of feral ghoul blood now, so that means we gotta go kill one. as soon as we recover from our injuries. Also, what did you drop me this time? A furious board. Yeah, it's channeling the anger that I feel being furious. Okay, stealth sniper properly this time without being detected, maybe. Actually, you know what? I might just, I missed. Patience. You gotta be patient, like snipers, like real snipers. Actually, I got slow-mo criticals, may as well use them. No, I keep getting detected. Maybe I have to do this during the night, but I don't know what it is. Maybe the suppressors don't work like they should, eh? Or don't work like most suppressors, where they just keep you hitting regardless. But anyways, this is going to be largely the same as what we've seen just before, I think. So we'll utilize our close quarters version for maximum effect. The recoil, just shooting the muzzle up to the sky. What are you gonna do? Slow motion dodge. That was neat. Missed. Spacebar for criticals. Never mind. There you go, 2,500. Should be another 25, 27. That's pretty good. Gotta make sure we hold on to a little bit of AP here, just in case he wants to attack. Did I hit for 47 only? And then... Nope. Okay. I was meant to dodge there, but it didn't happen. Too fast for you. Nice. I actually sidestepped him there. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, this is Limp Bizkit song. And nope. That one was cool. It's in slow motion, kind of like a cinematic video game or something. Alright. One more should do it, so bring it home. Just as soon as you want to bother reloading. There we go. Back to the head. I am determined to use this as a sniper, so I will attack something during the night and see if I can stay hidden. Alright, this time I'm determined. We're fighting during the night. There's some raiders around, but honestly, we're utilizing an anti-power armor weapon. And I can confirm that it does kill power armor pretty easy, but you know, these are like little baby raiders, so nothing too much to worry about here. So we'll try to clear these guys up as fast as possible. And then we'll move on to something a little bit more scary. Someone's out there. Oh, you think? What gave you that idea? At this stage, this would be a perfect time to utilize the sniper thing. Ooh, okay, we've found this thing's limit. It's a baseball helmet. A baseball helmet can stop a 20mm round. I suppose if you like ping the side a little bit, the bullet would just bounce off. But still. Maybe I'll go over here. Ah, look, there's a big Myler queen over there. Just vanilla game. One-shot kill. No, not a huge surprise there. There's one raider sticking their arm out. We can take that off. And rupture all of their vital organs at the same time. But these guys are small fish. Let's go over to something a little bit more big. A little bit more scary. So I'll reload this one. And then we'll try to utilize as many sneak criticals as we can against the big boy over there. Reload. He's not quite sure where I am just yet. We're critical ready? No, not quite. Must have hit the carapace there, because that didn't do a whole lot of damage at all. 2,500's pretty good. Whiff. 29, that's slightly better. There's some raiders. Just take him out. I think they're sort of wary of that vertibird circling around, which, you know, as a raider you would be. Oh, don't detect me, you little bastard. almost got detected there. And he called his big boy Mirelurk friend over. That's pretty good. I saw 4,800-ish there, so let's get this thing reloaded quick smart. 6,600, that's what you want. And I think he's been detected. So, well, it was good while it lasted, but this VATS round is going to cripple it. Do I have one more? I do not. Cop that. Alright, I've got a crit here. Oh, okay. As soon as I aimed down sights, the crit dissipated. You love to see it. I think that's the problem of having such a long aim down sights animation, or just the delay there. It destroys my ability to crit if I want to quick scope or something. There's a raid of scum here. You know what? You're bait. Stop right there.
Easy now. Hands up.
You know what? I've got way bigger fish to fry, so if the Mirelurk could eat him... No, it's a Mirelurk Raider Alliance, as it turns out. Right? Looks like it. I'm going over here now. What are you gonna do about that? I feel like I'm overusing this this grappling hook these days. Now, you just witnessed me take out a giant Mirelurk.
It's called shooting straight.
He's roasting me for missing so many times. Okay. Alright. Let's make this personal. Oh, you gonna flashbang me? No. I don't like that, Raider Scabber. As it turns out, Fallout 3 armor, it goes bye-bye if you shoot it with a PTRD or whatever it is. Anyway, so I think you get the point. That there was a anti-power armor rifle, and if you want a lot of damage per shot, this is probably not a lot of weapons that'll do a lot better, at least not from the vanilla game. You could argue a Fat Man would do more, but this one allows you to get sneak criticals. You can hit from so much further away, so, you know, for more, you could argue lore-friendly, more lore-friendly, or maybe less than the PTRD replica rifle. This is a pretty cool weapon to utilize, so highly recommend that you download this thing if you're interested. So if you want to see it in your game, check out the link in the description. It'll be down there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.